Hello everyone. This is my Razer data leak case. This reflection video, we will be diving into an important cybersecurity case that has valuable lessons for all of us as aspiring engineers. Today, we will explore the case of Razer's data leak and the lawsuit against their IT vendor, Capgemini. Let's dissect the details and reflect on what we can learn from this incident. This case is not just about a company and its IT vendor. It is a cautionary tale for all businesses relying on external services for critical operations, whether you are managing a global enterprise or developing a personal project. The principles of security and accountability are universal. This case resonates especially in a world increasingly dependent on the technology, where the stakes of cybersecurity are higher than ever before. About the case. In 2020, Razer, a global gaming hardware company, experienced a data breach due to a misconfigured Elasticsearch server managed by Capgemini, their IT vendor. This server contained sensitive customer data, including names, phone numbers, email addresses, and order details. Over 100,000 individuals were affected. The breach, discovered by a security researcher, was reported publicly, causing significant reputational damage to Razer. The leak wasn't just about exposed data. It highlighted vulnerabilities in handling IT systems and raised questions about accountability between a company and its service providers. Razer blamed Capgemini for negligence and filed a lawsuit claiming nearly 10 million Singaporean dollars in damages. This led to a ruling by the Singapore High Court in favor of Fraser, awarding them a 6.5 billion US dollars in damages. The scope of the breach went beyond immediate financial and legal concerns. It brought into focus the impact on customer trust, operational workflows, and the broader perception of how such companies handle user data in a competitive market. For companies like Razer, safeguarding customer data isn't just a legal obligation, it's a cornerstone of maintaining trust and loyalty in a competitive industry. What are the facts of the case? Let's break down the facts. First one is the misconfigured server was publicly accessible, exposing sensitive customer data. The second one is that a security researcher discovered and reported the breach, but the damage to Razer's reputation was already done. Third one is the Capgemini, responsible for managing the server, was accused of not meeting its professional obligations to ensure data security. The last fact is that the Singapore High Court found Capgemini liable and ordered them to pay US 6.5 US dollars to Razer. Furthermore, the breach highlighted gaps in monitoring processes and incident response. It's a stark reminder of the importance of proactive cybersecurity measures. The legal battle also showcased how companies can be held responsible for ensuring their outsourced operations meet stringent security standards. This case further emphasizes how overlooking even a single vulnerability can cascade into massive consequences for both users and businesses. So, the case highlights several critical issues. These are the issues of the case. First one is the negligence in data security. Capgemini's failure to configure the server securely directly resulted in the breach. This points to the importance of rigorous security protocols. Next one is the vendor accountability. When outsourcing IT services, companies must ensure their vendors adhere to high security standards. Clear contracts and compliance monitoring are essential. Third one is that reputational damage. Beyond financial losses, the breach eroded customer trust, which is invaluable for a brand like Razer. The fallout from such incident can take years to repair. Number four is that operational oversight. The lack of internal checks and balances allowed this vulnerability to persist until it was publicly discovered. Companies must establish a culture of vigilance. Fifth one is the legal and financial repercussions. This case sets a precedent for holding vendors legally accountable for their failures, which could lead to stricter industry standards. Sixth one is the trust in technology. The case raises questions about the assumptions businesses make when delegating critical infrastructure management to third-party entities. It highlights the need for ongoing assessments and a zero trust approach to systems. What is the ruling of the court? So the Singapore High Court ruled in favor of Razer, holding Capgemini accountable for the breach. The court awarded Razer 6.5 million US dollars in damages, emphasizing the IT vendor's professional responsibility to maintain stringent security measures. So this ruling sends a strong message about the critical importance of cybersecurity and the legal ramifications of negligence. In the ruling, the court also recognized the significant financial and reputational impact of the breach on Razer. The decision underscores the responsibility of companies to establish clear expectations and oversight mechanisms for their vendors. Additionally, it highlighted how organizations need to consider cybersecurity at every step of their operational processes, not just during setup but as an ongoing responsibility. Companies must also build partnerships based on transparency, with both sides prioritizing a shared commitment to protecting sensitive information. So, the takeaways. Now, as computer engineering students and future engineers, here are the that key lessons from this case. So, first one is the prioritize the security. Always implement and test secure configurations and test sec- secure for any IT system you develop or manage. Use automated tools to regularly scan for vulnerabilities. Stay updated with the latest security patches and configurations. Invest in robust encryption standards and end-to-end protection. Second one is the vendor management. If you are outsourcing, establish clear accountability and conduct regular audits of your vendors. Incorporate cybersecurity clauses in contracts. Ensure vendors follow international security standards like the ISO 27001. So require transparency and documentation from service providers, including real-time monitoring reports. Third one is that the proactive measures. Actively monitor the systems and respond quickly to potential vulnerabilities. Establish a security incident response team. Conduct regular penetration testing to identify weak points. Simulate breach scenarios to test your incident response plan and minimize downtime. Fourth one is the ethical responsibility. Remember that as engineers, we have the duty to protect the privacy and trust of our users. Treat user data with the highest level of confidentiality. Build security into every stage of development, from design to deployment. Advocate for ethical standards in your organization, ensuring security is a non-negotiable priority. Fifth one is that continuous learning. The tech landscape is constantly evolving. Stay updated with the latest security practices and tools. So we need to participate in security conferences and training, engage in ethical hacking challenges to sharpen your skills, network with industry peers to stay ahead of emerging trends. Sixth one is the collaborative efforts. Work with cross-functional teams to integrate security into every aspect of system development. Engage stakeholders to build a culture of cybersecurity awareness. Foster upon open communication between IT and non-IT teams to ensure alignment on priorities. Seventh one is that crisis preparedness. Develop a robust crisis management plan to handle data breaches effectively. Communicate transparently with customers and stakeholders in case of a breach. Establish contingency plans to restore systems quickly and efficiently. Then the last one is that the human element. Security is not just about systems. Regularly train your staffs on best practices and phishing prevention. So a broader perspective. It is worth noting that cybersecurity is not just a technical issue. It's a global concern. Governments, corporations, and individuals all have roles to play in ensuring a safe digital environment. Cases like Razors remind us that lapses in one area can have far-reaching consequences, affecting users and businesses worldwide. Moreover, this case emphasizes the interconnected nature of modern systems. A vulnerability in one node, be it a server or a vendor, can cascade into a widespread issue, impacting not just the company but its entire ecosystem. Engineers and decision makers alike must adopt a holistic view of cybersecurity to mitigate such risks. By fostering partnerships between public and private sectors, we can create more resilient systems. In conclusion, the Razer data leak is a stark reminder of the real-world impact of cybersecurity lapses. It underscores the responsibility we have as engineers to build systems that are not only functional but also secure. By learning from incidents like this, we can contribute to a safer and more trustworthy digital world. So, we need to remember that the actions we take today as professionals will shape the digital landscape for years to come. So, thank you very much.